right away with Craig Murray. For more information, visit cmurray.com. Cardboard cutout characters. Dr. Von Evil, it is you. You've destroyed our whole city, killed millions, laid waste to half the planet, enslaved everyone. But why? Well, I'm evil. Isn't that enough? I'm the bad guy. The worst of the worst. Okay, but why? Well, it's what I do. Okay, this may be a bit of a farcical exaggeration, but it's not far off what you read in a lot of stories or see in a lot of movies and TV shows. The bad guy, the antagonist, has no reason to be doing what he's doing other than just to be the bad guy. This is completely ruinous to a good story. The bad guy and his motivations, your antagonist, is unbelievable. The antagonist shouldn't be a two-dimensional character, a flat and terrible cardboard cutout. We all know it still happens far too often. Here's the thing you absolutely have to remember when writing the antagonist. They think they're right. They may not think that they're lawful or the good guy, but they always think they're right. You as an author have to keep that in mind. Your antagonist have to have a solid reason for doing something, why they are who they are. Even criminals justify what they're doing. They have no other skills, they had a bad upbringing, they believe the world is unfairly positioned against them, so they might as well do whatever they want to balance the equation. Even if we look historically at any figure you like, you're not going to find that they're sitting around saying, I am evil and I'm going to do these things. You can almost guarantee they're sitting around saying, I'm right, I have to do these things. This is the best thing I should be doing, just to prove how great I am. Even if they were a despotic ruler and knew they were doing wrong things, they would justify it to themselves by saying they had a right to do it. So why am I focusing on this? Because you can spend a wonderful amount of time creating an interesting, fascinating protagonist, a deep and meaningful storyline, a great conflict, and a resolution the reader just loves. Then lose the whole place because you have a cardboard cutout of a bad guy. Don't do that. Give as much thought to your antagonist and their motivations and their reasons as you do to your protagonist for why they're going to be the hero or the heroine. When you do fully flesh out the antagonist, their reasons, their ideology, all of a sudden you have a much more interesting and much more complete story. The bad guy isn't just a bad guy for no reason. His reasons may be absolute, utter nonsense. They may be evil, they may be undeniably bad. But to them, they're still valid reasons. A great example of this is Thanos in the Avengers series of movies. Now, if you don't know, he is this power-mad, incredibly strong alien being commanding a massive, terrifying army. They go planet to planet and kill half the population. It's undeniably evil. He doesn't care who the people are, men, women, children, all divided equally and killed. It's not surprising that the heroes in the story have one goal and one goal only. Stop him, period. However, there's a wonderful scene where Thanos is talking to his daughter, a girl he adopted after killing her family and half the planet. He talks to her as a caring and concerned father, even though she did betray him and go to the side of the good guys. He explains to her without anger, without resentment, that he's the only one that sees the truth. He's the only one with the strength and dedication to do what is the most absolutely moral thing he can do. He explains that his home planet absolutely overconsumed itself. They ruined the place, and the people were left in starvation and war until they wiped themselves out. His reasoning is that by killing half the people on the planet, he's making life easier for the remaining half. They've more resources, more land, more opportunity. He doesn't see himself like some evil supervillain. He's not some mad tyrant. He's a misunderstood hero and savior of the galaxy. Now, we know there's no way to justify what he's doing. We know his concepts and actions are completely flawed. We know he's really accomplishing nothing but spreading horror and death. He'll never believe that, and this creates a very deep and complicated antagonist. This creates someone you can, if not sympathize with, at least partially understand. We may disagree completely. You may hate him for what he does, but that makes him more complete, and for your story, that's what you need. You need an antagonist that's more than a cardboard cutout.